Hey, it's your boy Brian. Follower Will, follower Lou. Listen to his last video. I want to make this very clear for everybody. Like, stop looking at the dollar figure of what XRP is. Stop looking at the dollar figure of any of these cryptos out of the 16 that are listed. They're going to go up. When you look at the names that are tied to it, and I advise everybody, which is what I did. I didn't just listen to Lou or Will. I advise people, look up, put it in AI, see who is involved with all these cryptocurrencies. See who's put money involved. See who's already tied in. And what makes XRP so amazing is the fact that you see the names attached to them, you go, holy crap, something's going on. You just see this week, the MICA, all of it. All of Europe can go in crypto. All of it can go in Ripple. So, when I talk about stacking, I think about, I want to stack a long-term position, right? If I bought, $1,000 at 50 cents, oh, okay, I had 2,000 XRP. That's a great position to be in. But if I can tell you, and I can almost guarantee you at the end of the year, that putting another $500 into it when it's $1 and you get 500 XRP, that it's not going to go up to $2. You want to pull it out? It's more than you're going to get leaving it in the fucking bank. Excuse my French, but you're getting 0.05% in the bank. A lot of these crypto brokers are giving you in bank accounts. I use Uphold. They're giving you 3.75% on any money deposited into their account. You want to do direct deposit? They'll give you a little more. This is the issue with Clarity. The banks hate it. They absolutely hate it. They want nothing to do with it because they're giving you 0.05%. Why would they give you 3.5 or 3% or 2%? These other guys that are part of the game, hey, we're changing the system. 3.75 just with Uphold. Can only speak of them. You got some of these cards out there. I know Uphold does a card. They do 4% on all your purchases. XRP. Gemini. They give you 4% on any crypto. Just 30, 35 cryptos. They give you 30% on that. Oh, I'm sorry. Correction. They give you 4% on that up to $300 in gas. So if you're a commuter to your job, that ain't too bad. You're probably spending $400 or $500 in gas a month, and you're just gaining 4% off that to $300. I mean, that's a good 20% of what you were spending. You're getting back in crypto. It makes sense to me. It's free. What do you want to give me cash back? Ooh, cash back to spend more dollars and more debt on something that doesn't mean shit to me. Excuse my French again. What I want to tell people is this, things are delayed. And if you're sitting there with a small bag, good. I'm proud of you. You bought something when you didn't think you needed it, or you bought something buying the hype, or you bought something understanding what's going on. Or you just said, screw it, I'm just going to throw some money at this. When you see everything that Japan's just done, Germany, and all the European countries have just done, we're talking less than $1.10 right now. Throw $100 at stuff. I mean, you don't think it's going to go up to $2 by the end of the year? Double your money, pull out the $100, pull out the 100 tokens, and sweet, I double my money. Better than any other portfolio you put money in, or 401k. it's to a point where it's like, this is inevitable. We're not going back to this old system. And like Will would say, and other people would say, like, stop listening to your crazy uncle and this, that, the other. Like, if you go back several years and read all the blue papers and all the stuff that they were talking about, the stuff with crypto, this is what is bound to happen. I am not one of those people that want to have my money tracked. Don't want anything traceable. I don't want any of that stuff. But you're in the early game where you can buy the stuff that really isn't traceable. You're just going to make money off of it. The stuff Will talks about the train cars. And this is what really got me with Will, was he did a video several years ago before Lou passed. And he talked about, understand this whole crypto, this whole blockchain. It's a rail car system, right? Think of it like early 1800s, right? The railroad. They're building a railroad. They're building the Intercontinental Railroad where it's going to go from East Coast to West Coast. They've built it all. Well, the banks and the financial systems have built the whole entire system. What's going to run on them, right? Just like the old days, you need rail cars. You need coal cars. You need engines. We don't know what the engines are, the coal cars, or the rail cars are going to be. But what we can tell you, and what I can tell you, based on all the information I've researched and looked at, rather than everyone else telling you this, that, and the other on YouTube, is with XRP, it's a nice rail car. And whatever they put in it, whether it's your global digital currency with something else, I don't have to deal with it. You know why? I own the rail car. If it's something else that's down the road, I don't have to worry about it. Why? I own the rail car. I'm just going to make money off the rail car that I own. And some of the rail cars, I'm going to sell. I'm not stupid. I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell some to get my investment back. I'm going to sell some when it goes really high up to get some money so that I can say I did something significant for my family, putting us in this position where not only did I get our investment back, but I put us in a position where we have a good amount of money in the bank to take care of stuff, right? I think that's everyone's dream, right? I just want to have enough to get by. I just want to have enough where, this whole notion of, I don't want to work anymore. I want to retire. I'm 44 years old. I don't want to retire. I want to work for what I want to work for. And I love what I do. I love the job I have. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But if I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to go and do that, and I can wake up at 4 a.m. and, feed some animals or get myself ready for the day and, make music, or if I want to, wake up at 10 a.m. and do work till, 8 in the evening and be like, hey, you know what? I moved some money around. I made some. Doesn't matter what you want to do. I do feel that this isn't like, God's coin. I feel this is an opportunity to bless people. And a lot of us are in a position to bless people. And I have different ideas of blessing people. My woman friend, which is what we like to call her, I'm the man friend. We've been together for 8 years. Things are amazing. They're incredible. But, there's a lot of her and I, our ideas and stuff, we match when it comes to stuff like that. I was saying to someone the other day, I was actually saying it to Will, I was like, how cool would it be to know, like let's say you're in a position where you're like, hey, I own, 5,000 XRP. and you put like, I don't know, 3,000 of them in a fund that just generates money, and you're getting, say, 10 years from now, you're getting like 50, 60K a year out of that fund just for dishing it out. Good money, right? Sorry, I was trying to reignite it. Oh, wait. But, like some of us have been buying when it was 17 cents or less than a cent. If you're on the Lou train, you were buying this when it was below 50. I can tell you that much, because I think he started shooting his line out when it was like 27 cents. And I know a big chunk of mine's below 50 cents. But I keep buying. I keep buying. I keep buying. And I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. Like, it's, I'm blessed to be in a position where I can buy when I can, and it doesn't affect the home life. And I'm grateful when I can't buy and it goes up, and I think I need to buy more because it's going up, which I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's going up 15 cents. It's like, stop worrying about the dollars and cents. Buy what you can, stack it all. If you're in a place right now where it's like, hey, I'm only grabbing like an extra $200-300 a month extra after all my bills and expenses, and after I live my life and do my, it's summertime, right? But let's say you grab yourself, 400 or 500 more this summer, and come fall or January, February, and it's at $3, and you go, you know what? I bought that because I wasn't touching that money, and I wasn't going to get crap for that money sitting in the bank. So I put it here. Goes at $3. Cash out. You made a profit, cash out. You threw extra money, cash out. You put $1,000 into it during the summer, and then by the time it's January, it's up to $3,000. Cash it out. Take the money. You don't have to wait until, oh my gosh, it's $10,000. You put what you thought in the moment in there. Now, if you want to, golden opportunity to stack and wait, if you can and you want to, right? But I'm trying to be as real as I can to people, and just let you know it's not a race. It's not I got more than this person than that person. It's just money sense. Now, perfect example. Bitcoin, right? When it's at 100K. So, it's going to go to $1 million in 3 years. Buy some. $1 million, 3 years. Buy some. Hey, cool. I'll grab some, I'll stack some, and I'm not going to buy a whole Bitcoin. You got to be careful with channels, but in Massachusetts, we would say the R word. Are you R? But it's like, you got to play the percentages. You can't play the value. If I'm sitting at 100K and I go to $1 million, yeah, sweet. I just 10x my money. Same as for if it goes from $1 to $10, you just 10x your money. Don't look at the big prize. Don't look at the big dollar figure. Look at, what can I do? And there's a lot of cryptos out there right now that, with the 16 that are involved, I would be grabbing out of the 16. If I'm looking long-term investment, like the next couple of years, only those 16. If I've invested in a lot of them, I would say there are a couple projects out there that are tied to those 16 that are fractions of a penny. And if it's a penny and I put $100 into it, shit, I might be up, $1,000. 10x right there, right? I'm not a chaser. I'm not a dreamer. I'm a realist when it comes to this stuff. I have a stack of XLM. I have a stack of XRP. I have a stack of HBAR. I have a stack of Algo, so Avalanche. I got a stack of a lot of stuff. My main one being XRP. So, just for those listening and those that want to listen, I don't know how many of these videos I'm going to do. I'm just going to try to be as real and honest with you for like the working man that's just like, hey, I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to like pay my bills and, do the summer vacation with my kids and, fix up the yard or put myself in a position to buy a home, like whatever it is, like balance it. And the way I did it was anything extra that I could accumulate, half of it I invested it in crypto. 3 years of that, doing that. Now, I was blessed with the opportunity I had to do that. Some people, some guys might like, hey man, I'm only getting 4 or 8 hours or, I get 8 hours a month, right? It's tough. It's not easy. It really isn't. And, I can remember continually buying, watching the price sit at where it was. And I can't imagine people now watching, like if you're buying it at like 130 or 120 or $1, like it may go down. It may go down till that, Bitcoin drop. When Bitcoin does its thing, it might do that. It might jump up if Clarity's, in the next, 17th, I think they're having the talks to possibly vote on the floor. Like, that might get pushed back. You shouldn't put all your eggs in that basket. Your eggs should be put into, I'm making an investment that long term I know is going to pay off. I know that I'm going to be okay and I'm going to be able to take care of my family. And I think the majority of the people in that crypto community, especially the XRP community, is saying, I want to be well off and I want to help others. That's where I'm at. I was saying to Willow, it was like, I'm at an age where my kids are teenagers and they got a few years for graduations and all that. But we were driving to some friends of family and driving to a couple graduation parties, and we're driving by and we're watching all these graduation parties going off, balloons on the mailbox. Oh my God, come celebrate Johnny or Timmy and Thomas and Victoria and whoever, or whatever your names are, right? I don't care. But I was saying to Will, it's like, how cool would it be to know that I put myself in a position where we go to that graduation party that we're invited to. And as we're driving, we see one and we're like, let's stop here before we go. Walk in, grab a plate of food, and someone's like, who are you guys? And we're like, oh, we're so sorry. We weren't invited. We just thought we'd get some food, and we've been blessed, and we felt like passing the blessing on to you. And like, here's a $1,000 check for your kid in school. Like, congratulations. I think that'd be so cool. Or going up and you're like, new baby, and like showing up like, I don't need to see the new baby, but if you don't think I'm grabbing the sweets or the cupcakes or the cake, I'm a big guy. I hate cake, by the way. But Don't think I won't jump in that cooler and grab a beer, right? And just being like, no, you don't know us. We just want to bless you. And I think many people in the crypto community are going to do that. And, you hear all these stories about like, oh, I did this, that, the other. And, God bless me. I put my finances here and God bless me. Like, maybe it's moments like that and moments like we're in where people get blessed that want to do that and see that and do it. And we're that blessing that God talks about, or those people talk that it was a blessing from God. It's really inspiring me, not to stack more. I want to stack more just so I can, double my money at this point. But, yeah. So, I don't know. I figured I'd do a video, and I have no idea how to post this. I'm going to try to post it on a channel. I'll let Will know and go from there. But I just want people to be genuine with themselves. Like, life is hard. Life is tough. These prices are crazy. I personally have been so blessed to have the job I have, to not go through it. But when I can't work overtime, I feel it, because I don't have any extra money to do extra stuff that I want to do, buy crypto, take the wife out to a nice dinner, so I do feel it. But like I said, there are ways to gain when you don't have that extra money. And that's a simple thing of like, you got to buy gas. You got to buy gas everywhere you go. I fill up 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Dropping 60 bills each time. So I know for the first 2 weeks, I put it in that card that gives me crypto. 4%. So, I'm not sure what else to say besides I appreciate anyone listening. I'm trying to be as real as possible. Will's very elegant at times when he talks. I'm not. I'm just like, what do I do? And I hope that with like talking with Will, we're gonna try to get more professional in moments of like, do I do an LLC? Do I do a like trust? Do I do a this? Do I do a that? Like, just answers for people to find out and to do, because those moments are. I think Lou always talked about it. Have a plan. Be ready to execute your plan when the moment comes. The moment's not here, so our job is to educate ourselves to make sure that when that comes, we're there. We know what we need to do. We put the plan's already in place. We know who we need to talk to. We know what we have to do. That's my goal. Excuse me. That's my goal. Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out, do I do an LLC and put all my kids on it? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do a trust? Do I start a small business and make sure that, whatever the kids need to do and any offspring after that, keep doing that? Because I would love to set up a fund where X amount is just rolling in money into this fund for this business that just keeps funding what. There's so many different options. I want to like really look into that. And I think a lot of people yeah, I don't want people to sell everything. You don't want to sell everything. Everyone's going to sell some, get some money, right? You went through the grind, you went through the battle, you went through it all. You're going to sell some. No doubt. I just want to get it to a point where it's like, well, after I sold this, the rest of this, I want to lock it up. I want to protect it. That's what I'm trying to focus on. I've talked to Will about that. But I'm going to do it on my own, whether Will's a part of it or not. And I will try to post that information. Don't expect many videos from me. Like I said, this is new to me. Sun's coming down. My phone's sitting actually on the back of my car as I record this. But I hope everyone had a good 4th. I really do. I hope you can all just enjoy yourself. Don't worry about oh, I want to have money to do this. I'm that way. Don't be like me, right? I want to buy this. I want to do this. I want to buy. I want to invest. I want to do this. Enjoy the family. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy the people you work with, right? They're all scumbags. But at the end of the day, you spend more time with them than you do your own family. Just live. Live your life. Know what you have. Watch the videos here and there. Get comfortable. If you have questions, obviously, post off this video. Like and subscribe. No. Post off my video or off of Will's. And, we're really going to try to, for me talking with Will, trying to find times when it's, important stuff that we can, put together collectively for after this all cashes in. What do we do? Give people options and know what the options are. So I appreciate y'all. Giant hugs, right? As Lou would do. And love y'all.